In this video, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about how to do parkrun. Good morning and welcome to Gunpowder Park here in Waltham Abbey, Essex. Tobe says, say hello, Tobe. We are here to do a bit of parkrun this morning because we're not doing a long run because I've got a race tomorrow, so we're here for parkrun. And I thought it'd be really cool to vlog it this weekend because one, parkrun's just restarting. But two, I think a lot of people over COVID, over the pandemic, have taken up running, probably catched a 5K or maybe got back into running, and they might not, or you might not know what parkrun is, how it all works, and that kind of stuff. So today, hopefully, I'm going to give you a few tips, few pointers on how it all works and all that kind of stuff. I'll take you along. We're going to do parkrun. Tobe, you're going for it today, aren't you? Big time. He's going for it big time today.
Sure, big time.
Big time it is. But actually, before we get into it, that's a really good point about parkrun. One of the cool things about it is the fact that it is a timed 5K. The timing, you know, everyone sets off, and you'll see that later. But for you as marathon training, half marathon training, it is actually a good session to come and do, isn't it? Like as one of your sessions of the week, whether it be like a high effort, whether you're then going and pacing yourself. But it is a really good, because you're running with other people, it's a really good session to come and do anyway, if you're marathon training or half marathon training. But that's not what we're here to do. I'm going to go through all the bits and bobs about what you got to do and all that kind of stuff. And so then we'll go and do it. Then I'll show you how it all works at the end and all that kind of stuff. Right, let's get stuck in. Okay, so parkrun, if you didn't know, started in Bushy Park, which is what, Surrey?
West London.
West London, I don't know. But if you do go to Bushy Park, make sure you don't lick or nick the barcodes, because Mel, who's on one of the funnels, will get really upset. But anyway, so it started there, what? I can't remember how long ago now, what, 10 years? Probably more than that, isn't it?
A bit more, I think.
Probably a bit more than that. Anyway, so it started there, a load of people started getting together and doing a weekly run, and then it became Parkrun. So that's like the home of Parkrun, Bushy Park, and then it sort of spread throughout the country, throughout the world. It is a free weekly 5K in parks, funnily enough, that are set up by volunteers, and they do the weekly park run and they organise it. It's not a race, it's not a competition. If anything, they ask you to slow down and have a chat with people. It's more of a social run and getting people out, which I just think is incredible. The community that it's created is incredible. But what you need to do before you do anything else is get your barcode. So what you need to do is go over to the Parkrun website, and I'll put it up somewhere down below, and you need to register yourself, if I could speak English. But you need to register yourself and get yourself on the system so they know who you are. Now, you don't have to belong to a club or anything like that. I mean, we've got 40 runs on there, and we did that before we was even in an affiliated club. So you can, you know, pick your local club that don't have to be affiliated, but you don't need to be affiliated, is my point, to any sort of club. You just register yourself, put your details in, and then you'll get a barcode. Now, this is the important bit in it, Tobe. You can't forget your barcode. Now, I put my barcode on my phone because I carry my phone with me when I run, like most people. So I put it on there. So, Tobe's got his on a dodgy bit of paper.
I used to keep back my phone. I got rid of it last year.
So yeah, because it all stopped, didn't it? So yeah, so you need your barcode, because the reason you can run without it, but ideally you don't, because without your barcode you can't get your finishing time and your finishing place effectively. So the key to do it, first steps, first you find out where your nearest parkrun is, and you can do that on the Parkrun website. Get yourself registered, it's totally free, and then get your barcode and print that off and make sure you bring it with you. Okay, so Tobe's just given me a very interesting fact because I got it wrong. Shock. Tobe, tell the people how long Parkrun's been going for.
Nearly 17 years. 17
years? That's mental, isn't it? And I think there's also this thing with Parkrun, which is pretty awesome, that you can get these t-shirts just saying how many you've been doing. I mean, it's a real, like, cult almost, isn't it, Parkrun now, with people like Alan, bless him. He's on 99 Parkruns. Or is it 99 or is it 49? I can't remember which one it is, but he's on a milestone, so they call them milestones. And then if you go past the milestone, so 50, 100, whatever, you get a t-shirt. The other cool thing about Parkrun, there's junior Parkruns, so they're 2 kilometres on a Sunday at 9 o'clock in parks as well, so get your kids involved. Again, totally free. The other awesome thing about Parkrun is the volunteering, and I've done a video about volunteering for Parkrun, and I would really recommend you check it out. I think it's great to give back to people who are doing these for free. So if you're maybe injured, or whatever, you've got a race maybe on Sunday, whatever, you can't, or Saturday, whatever, and you can't Tapering, another good example. And you can't basically run, or you don't want to run, why not volunteer? Because again, these people need our help to get these park runs going, and you're giving something back to the community. Right, next stop, after you've like turned up, made sure you've got your barcode again for about the 18th time, you then need to get yourself along to the race briefing. Now, the race briefing is going to be the race director giving you all the instructions about what you got to do, what you can do, what you can't do, how it all works and that kind of stuff. They also do a briefing, or used to do a briefing. I don't know whether that'll be the case today, because obviously Parkrun's restarting. It's my first parkrun since the pandemic. But they used to do a briefing for new parkrunners. So if you've never done parkrun before, they explain it, and they also explain the course, which is pretty good. At Gunpowder, Waltham Abbey, wherever we are, it's just 2 laps. You'll see it as we're going around. It's just 2 laps. But some of them are like 4 laps, some of them are 1 big lap. It all depends where you are on which course you're doing. I think that's it, Tobe. Have I forgotten anything? So race director next really is going to give us the instructions. Once we've done that, we then head to the start, and then off we go.
Off you go, yeah.
Do we need to talk about the cake?
Cake? Have you brought cake?
I've not bought cake. You bought cake? The reason we talk about the cake is it is tradition, really, after parkrun, to have some cake and some coffee with your fellow runners. That's what we're talking about. Because I said it's more of a social thing, isn't it?
Community.
Yeah, it's a community. Like I said, today we've got a load of people coming down from our Broxbourne club, so there's going to be a load of 40 runners here, which is just awesome. And you'll see some of the B-roll from when we're going around. You'll see different club shirts and that. But my point is, it doesn't matter if you've got a club or not. The whole point of parkrun is that it brings runners together. So if you're a solo runner, like as I said, maybe you've taken it up over the pandemic, it's a great opportunity to meet other runners of all abilities. Yeah, you're going to get your ninjas who come here and run it in about 2 minutes, like Toby. No pressure. But you're also going to get, you know, everybody from different walks of life who are just coming to do 5K. So I can really recommend you checking it out. Don't be put off thinking, oh, I'm too slow and all this sort of stuff, because that's nonsense. It's not about how fast you do this park run. It's about coming along, meeting other runners, having a bit of coffee, a bit of cake and all that kind of stuff, and being part of the community. So right, race director time. Yeah, let's go and find a race director and have a chat with them and listen to them.
Okay, so welcome to Gunpowder. Welcome to the return of Gunpowder Park run today. Okay, as many of you probably know, or can remember, it's a 2-lap course. We'll go to the start together, and then 2 laps, finish through the finish funnel, which you can see on the grass there. And then take a finish token in the order that you cross the line. And then take your barcode, which of course you've got, because if you don't have your barcode, there's no time for you, I'm afraid. And take that to the registration point. Please hold up your your barcode, and also your finish token, so that the scanners can scan them. They are not supposed to be touching the barcodes or the finish tokens. You can put them on the table together, and they'll scan them, but please wait. It might take just a couple of minutes, but be patient with them, because it's the first time we're using the volunteer app. And then put your finish token into the bucket, which is in front of you at the table.
Okay, so how this is going to work, we're going to now go down to the start. The race director's going to start us all off. You'll see it in a minute. And then the things I want to tell you before we do it is how the finish works, because I'm going to crash through the finish, probably blowing out of my rear end. But what happens is you go into the funnel, and it was round there. You'll see it when we finish. But the funnel, so you finish and you go into it, and then you're going to be given a token. Now that token, again, I'll show you, but then that needs to go to the is it the registration or whoever's doing the scanning?
Barcode scanning.
Barcode scanning. So that's another volunteer job that needs to be done. And that's changed slightly this year because of the pandemic. It's now being done on phones. It used to be done with a handheld device. It's now being done on people's phones, so they're not swapping stuff around. But you take that the token that you get given, and then that goes with your barcode, your own barcode, which we spoke about at the start, and then that gives your time and your place, and it goes on the official Parkrun website, registration and all that kind of stuff. So that's how the finish works. I'll show you, but I wanted to let you know before we got to the start, because I will forget to mention it when we do finish. But I say, you'll see it when we go into the funnel. I'll get my barcode, it will all get scanned up and that sort of stuff. But that's what we're doing. So right, that's it, Tobe. Right, we better get to the start, eh?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, come on. the start, Toby and I are talking about his PB. Basically, he needs to go 19 minutes 59 today, don't you, really?
It's not the plan.
It's, well, all I'm saying is if you don't do that today, you might as well not bother coming.
I've got to support you.
I was coming to support me. No, really. You need to be doing sort of 18, 19 minutes, don't you, really?
Should you just make it 70?
Let me know in the comments before the video ends what time do you reckon he does. We'll find out at the end. It's got to be 19:59. It's got to be Toby.
Okay, on your mark, get set, go.
So that's it, Toby. That's how easy parkrun is, people. So there's no excuse really, apart from what excuses can people have? Maybe they've been out on Friday.
But then I found that sometimes makes you run faster.
Does it?
Sometimes get it done.
So what you're saying is make sure you go out and then do a parkrun.
Yeah.
So the viewers are more interested really about me whittling on. What was your time?
Have they written it in the comments first?
Did you do sub 20? Tell them what you did. This is going to sting, by the way. Tell them.
20:05.
Oh, 20.05. That. I mean, to be fair, I think I've done a 20.04. I have. I've done. It stinks, doesn't it?
It is.
That's actually worse.
It's those heels.
Oh man, 20.05. I bet you're gutted, aren't you? I'm gutted for you, Tobe.
It's PB, isn't it? So
Still a PB, but still, it wasn't sub 20.
I've been practicing.
You should have tried harder.
5K PB.
Tried harder, really.
I should have. Yeah.
Should have tried harder. Anyway, that's it, people. So, let us know in the comments what's your parkrun, which parkrun you're going to now do. Let us know. But hopefully that has helped you and encouraged you to get out there and smash parkrun.